Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's okay. So today I'm doing another VOD review. This one is for Mich. Mich is actually one of my mods on my Twitch. I absolutely adore Mich. She is honestly one of the best people in the entire world. I love her so much. And she's asked me to VOD review one of her Mercy matches today. She is Bronze 5, so we're just going to be like kind of going through a team where we can improve and also what we're doing extremely well. We have the Miku skin on. I'm not a massive fan of the skin, I'm going to be honest. It's cute, do not get me wrong, but I prefer the one that's on the spray right now, let's just say that. Once again, you can get your own VOD reviews. They offer 5,000 channel points on my Twitch, and I do them on Mondays. You guys can basically just come and you can save them by literally watching the streams, or you can obviously come and talk to my lovely and amazing community we have over there. So let's get started. Mitch just said to me the gun is really pretty, and yes, I can agree, the gun is very pretty, so I respect the decision. So we have ourselves a Farah, a Hanzo, an Orisa, and an Ana. So obviously main bleeding target is going to be the Farah. Obviously we can damage through stuff like Hanzo Storm Arrows, and obviously the Orisa where we need to, and obviously Ana is once again also great. I love the little sprays, by the way, from the the Soul Bloom sprays. So I'd be looking to, instead of being like with your Orisa here, just be with your Farah. The Farah can get a lot of like more spray damage, like, you know, like basically the Farah can do more damage here. Especially with the Orisa nurse, with like her range and stuff like that. So you just kind of like need to be playing with her a little bit more. Because at the moment you're kind of like very neglecting her to be with her. I love you as a cover though, do not get me wrong. Like, it is perfect. Lovely GA backwards. Lovely saving the Orisa. Looking to back out. Beautiful. Once she's at that half HP though, remember your Ana can help. Go back up to your Farah here, okay? Sorry, I'm not on you. Very nice damage boost. Lovely healing. We don't need to get the lookout, which I feel as though you just kind of like realised. Your team's getting very good picks at the moment. We need to peel for Ana. Okay. I thought the Reaper's gonna like walk onto your Ana, in which I was like, oh, let me just quickly, what's it called? Go and like You like what you'd want to do is once like what's called go in and like GA in and like help. The key thing I've said at the moment is that you're not realizing that your Farah is your main blue beam. This doesn't mean obviously you need to spend the entire time with her, like, do not get me wrong. But just make sure you're still like looking up to her and still like going to put that blue beam on her, okay? But we'll keep going. Your team's doing really well actually, like pushing forward and stuff like that. Very nice help. Remember that Reaper's still there. You can hear the, oh, okay. You just need to kind of like keep your ears open, right? Because you have to remember from like earlier, right? You were with, obviously you recognize this Reaper was here because obviously it was attacking your Ana. You have to think, have you seen him TP out or like done something? If not, he's going to still be behind you, alright? And then you can kind of like hear him. You need to like be looking around and trying to help your Hanzo here to try and like get rid of him. Obviously, now you know he's going to be there, so we just need to, like, kind of play around that, how they're going to do that. Lovely. And then once he's kind of, like, used that fade, you then basically want to still now be kind of, like, pushing forward with this Farah. Because, especially because they don't have a tank, like, around here, your Farah can get in a lot of damage and stuff if you went in with her, okay? So, Jane away. ETPs, this was all good. Love the healing. Lovely. You should go with your Farah here though. Like, what's it called? I know you're trying to look like to go back to your team here. Remember, there's only a certain section of these that are open. It's like these two, yeah. These two aren't open. So, but honestly, this doesn't really matter because you can literally just GA up to your Farah here and then just sit on this high ground, right? Just what's it called? Play over here. It's so annoying. I know, like, why is it only these two? Like, I understand why. But yeah, I end up with her, I think. Okay, we'll keep going. Yeah. Just stay with her though, right? Lovely damage boost. I like this Valk. Well, get go help. Yes, Mich. Woo. Obviously that Mercy's going to town on you. Make sure you put some damage boost. Nice. Oh, okay. Whenever you go, like, what's it called? Whenever you go to do, like, a res like this, or just in general, actually, I don't know whether you know this, because I know, obviously, Mitch, you are actually quite close, you're quite new still to the game. Whenever you're, like, GAing, you can either let go or cancel, like, your GA. I don't know which setting you have on, but it's either the setting, if you have GA so you have to hold it, you can just let go. If you have GA where you have to press it again, you can press it again and cancel the GA, right? It'll help you in scenarios like this where you could just cancel the GA, you can do the res, and it'll also start your GA timer back up as well. So it means essentially once you've done the res, you can get out and go and go and GA away to someone else, alright? I kind of saw it a bit as well the Farah, where it's like you're very much like relying on these like slingshots and stuff, which you don't need to do. It was like, you kind of like flying over to her and then you're like slingshotting away from her kind of thing. So what's it called? I'm gonna pretend it right. So Mitch, do you have it where you have to hold GA and then do you have it so, like, if you're using Guardian Angel to do the Guardian Angel, do you just press the button or do you hold it? Because that's good. That'll probably be the best way to kind of like help you. So you just press it once, okay? So if you press that button again, it stops you in your place. It stops the GA, right? So say I'm GAing from like here to that kind of like wall. So you could just like do, and then you just press it again there, and it stops it. Try to kind of utilize that a little bit more in your gameplay, because you could do it, like, it can help you with pockets in the forest and stuff like that, where it's like you can do a GA and then just like stop the GA when you get to your cover. So for example, your Farah was like here, wasn't she? But you don't need to like fully commit with her. Just do a GA, stop your GA, and then just like hold your Angelic Descent, which is like your falling button. I think it's usually like space or something like that, because I'm trying to think of the keyboard controls for you. So I think it's like you can hold space, and you can literally just like hold it. You'll like do this like nice Angelic Descent down, and you can play this lovely cover. It's the same for this res here, where you can just GA over, cancel the GA once you get to the orb, and then you can turn around while you're doing the res, of course. But get this res off, and it means that your GA countdown will reset, and it allows you to then like GA away to someone else. All right. I hope that I explained that really well, but if not, I can, if I haven't explained that too well, I will go over that with you like later on, don't worry. But lovely connect to your beam onto the Farah. Lovely use of high grounds. Lovely use of cover. Obviously Koala Moolah. Okay, I wouldn't have GA'd in here though. I'm gonna be honest. What's it called? I know obviously you came in to kind of like help your Orisa and stuff like that. You weren't gonna be able to help your Farah because obviously you can't get her above that threshold for the flux. So you're going to go and help your Orisa. Instead of like kind of just GAing and then just going up, literally you just GA and then do it like a directional one up onto this high ground if you need to, or just GA back to where you were, okay? Because you kind of like just do this very unnecessary GA up into here. Remember to GA with a perp, like to reposition and not as you're positioning. I feel like it's one of my favorite Neandra quotes. I absolutely love Neandra. But yeah, so we'll keep going. Obviously they're going to end up bringing it back, and we'll end up seeing how this kind of like works out for you all. I love the little thank you. Okay. Helping Farah. Love your use of cover like with the roofs and stuff like that here. Loving your positioning right now. Obviously helping your Orisa. Remember your Orisa has like quite a big health pool, so you don't need to be with her like a lot. Loving your movement though. Which your Farah gets taken out. Oh no, the cast nade. Okay, the cast is still behind you. I feel as though, what's it called? You kind of like did leave your Farah. I think that's just purely because I don't think you're very comfortable with playing with the Farah. And I think it just becomes like it's with your mechanics basically. So what can we do around that? Well, we can instead play with your soldier a little bit more. damage boost that soldier, and like play with him a little bit more. And then when the Pharah is like near you and within range, you can help her out if you need to. But we'll keep going. Let's try and get back. Lovely. Lovely beam on your Pharah. I still follow her. Yeah. When she kind of like flies up like this, I know obviously she's in like way out in the open. But you can just like kind of, I think you might be able to reach her from like over here, which kind of like blocks out a lot. Maybe like you could like come down here and stuff like that. She's playing like very out in the open and stuff like that though. Lovely use of cover. Lovely, lovely. Lovely. I love that. I love the spell. Nice. I just think you're still very like what's called tunnel visioned at the end of this Valk. I loved your Valk though. This Valk timing was really, really good, right? So obviously you come up, you do this Valk. Obviously you kind of like realize obviously your wrist has fallen. Now you have to think, what can you do, right? Turn around. Who do we have alive? I think your soldier had like died at that point, so that's fine. We still have your Order though, remember, and this Pharah. So I think you did the right thing of like going with your Pharah and damage boosting her. But just remember that this Honor's still going to be here, remember? Just to try and like help her. But it's all good. And we'll see what you end up doing towards the end of this Valk. So obviously we know Valk's going to be ending. Lovely ping. Lovely ping. Obviously just be careful of respawners now. Oh, go on. Okay. Okay, I did like this little shooting on the Zen, but once you kind of realize everyone else is going to be respawning, you then basically want to kind of like, you know, leave and what's it called? GA like up to here maybe and like play with your Pharah up here just to avoid being on point. Obviously it's what's it called? It's a bit weird because obviously it's only you and your Pharah. So I think you've done like kind of the right thing of obviously like, trying to like die as quick as you can, just purely so you don't end up getting like too staggered. But it's fine. We can just respawn here, so it's all good. No worries. And we're still, remember you guys like still in the lead as well, so it's all good. And it's push as well. And push is horrendous as a game mode, but you know, it's what it is. This is where I fall. No, Mitch, honestly, you've got this, I believe. So you can't help soldier. He's in by himself. Is what it is. Instead of being with your Orisa here, because when it's like a 4v4 like this, especially when it's like two supports that are alive, there's one support can kind of like look after one person, and the other support can help the other person. And currently it's two people focusing on one person. So instead of like going in to help your Orisa, which I kind of like, you know, I like how you did, especially when she started to engage. Once she's still have this healthy, like, you know, health. So you can go up to your Pharah here and just kind of like play down here, damage boost here, okay?
Your team is
but we'll keep going. Nice damage boost. Lovely res. Lovely res. I would have GA'd out here. I would have GA'd out and then come up onto this high ground. The reason is because you can like kind of peek this Pharah like this and also help this Orisa out. Before Orisa was doing more damage, but I can see the issue. Yeah, no, like don't get me wrong. If your Orisa is the person, like if your Pharah isn't doing a lot of damage, or your Pharah is playing kind of very passively or like far back, then by all means, like, you know, go and help your Orisa, especially if she's like right up in the fight and stuff like that. But it's like points like that where she's quite full HP and you're not damage boosting her and you're instead healing her, I'd either put the blue beam on or I'd like be with the Pharah kind of thing. But at this point your Pharah is engaged in, so now you want to be with the Pharah. You want to GA across and you can play on this high ground. It means you can be with your Orisa or with your team if needed, but you're also with this Pharah and just kind of like peek this like this, okay? We're gonna see what you do. Lovely damage boost. Lovely. Escape. Just unfortunate. Honestly, just get yourself out. Yeah, get yourself out. Lovely. You did great to survive there, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to give you one thing that can help you. Instead of just using the crouch super jump to go up, try to use the angled ones instead, because it can help you get up to these high grounds a lot safer and quicker, right? So there was this point where obviously you kind of like, you end up basically kind of being a bit mumble jumbled, like with your Orisa and your Ana. Literally, what you can do, use it and just angle yourself and press jump instead of crouch, and it will send you up into the direction that you're going to be in. Because if you angle it up here, it saves you from going up and then slowly falling, okay? I always say to a lot of people, let's say if you want to go straight up into the air, the majority of the time you want to be using those like directional slingshots instead, okay? But lovely escape though, can I just say. You did great to obviously disengage from that fight. But we'll see what ends up happening from here. Obviously you're playing with Flora. Can't do anything there. Lovely, like, oh, okay. This res, obviously because you have the barrier still here. No, honestly, the res was good. The res was good because the barrier's still up, right? Because that barrier, they have to shoot down the barrier before they can get to you, right? So, perfect. You catch that res beautifully. As soon as the res is done, you jump forward, okay? And that's where they're shooting you from. As soon as you've done that res, step behind here. The Flora is immune for, I believe, like another second afterwards. Because, obviously, what's it called? The, so after someone's res, obviously have that immunity and stuff like that. So instead of just jumping forward, because you don't need to contest this, you don't need to like be near here, sorry. You can literally just res, go behind the cover, and then once you've like gained a little bit of HP up, you can then, what's it called, go around. You were so quick on that res though to get it off, like honestly, because a lot with like the falling soul res and stuff like that, you have to get like the right timings. Makes me feel better. Yeah, honestly, it was quite a smart res to do, Mitch. I'm not gonna be honest. It's just that it's after the res. You just needed to go behind the cover a little bit. Apart from that, all good. Obviously, you end up losing the lead, but it's all good. Instead of going with your Orisa here, you want to be helping your soldier, because once again, your Orisa, especially because they pushed it under this bridge now, the Orisa is not going to be close enough to do a good amount of damage to the team. So now you want to be following in with your soldier and just kind of, what's it called, playing like with that soldier, or what's it called, going up with your Flora. But we'll keep going. Soldier ends up dying. To be fair, everyone kind of like pushed into that room though. Lovely follow you. That would have helped. That's kind of like a scenario where, what's it called, it would have helped with like a cancelled GA. If you cancelled your GA just above here, you could play like this kind of like high groundy bits instead. And then obviously like gone round and down instead of like slingshot yourself over the tops. Nice. Nice. Honestly, nice pick on the Lucio though. Like you played your cover really well there. I think my only thing I would have said is instead of reloading the pistol, because if you don't know, you could put your, if you just pull out your staff and you leave your staff out for a few seconds, it automatically reloads the pistol for you. So you don't need to waste your time trying to reload it, okay? Very nice. Lovely use of cover again. I cannot fault your use of cover. Yeah, you can't help your soldier there. I think in this part, because where your team is, you want to, what's it called, just kind of head back here and play in this cover still a little bit with your Flora. But other than that, your use of cover is really good. Lovely. I feel as though this Valk is a little bit unnecessary, looking at it a little bit longer. I was half thinking in my head when you popped it, I was like, is this unnecessary? Is it not? I feel as though if you wanted to Valk, you should have done it a bit earlier on. As in, when you were like all the way, you were like playing like around here-ish, I felt like. And it gets to a point where obviously you've not got any picks and you're still going to have people like on those higher grounds and stuff like that. I would have maybe popped Valk and helps like around here. I feel as though like when you've popped it now, it's not a great time to pop it. I would have like maybe just like focused on the damage boost of focusing other people rather than going in. That's okay. You can res that. Lovely. Lovely. So yeah, I would have maybe like saved that Valk. Just because it wasn't like too useful in the end. I think that's more of like a hindsight thing though, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. I'd still be looking out for this Pharah. Like, where's your Pharah? Oh, your Pharah's here. Like, I don't mind you going into damage business of Orisa. Like, especially tanks like Orisa or... I'm trying to think who else is, like, really good. Like, you know when, like, people, like, focusing people like a small room and stuff like that? Like, D.Va. D.Va is the one I'm trying to think of. Whenever a D.Va or, like, an Orisa kind of, like, dives someone in, like, these, like, kind of small rooms and stuff like that, I love damage boosting people like this. Winston is another one as well. It's always great to damage boost them because it can get them really weak and can kill them off and stuff like that. But as soon as she kind of gets out of the LOS, you then need to be looking up into the sky for this Pharah because the majority of the time the Pharah is going to be in the sky for you. Okay. So we end up going to the Honor. Okay. They didn't chase you, which is good. Essentially, this is a very, very bad rotation. I'm going to be honest. So I don't mind you, obviously. So you can't find the Pharah. That's fine. We go to the Honor. If you want to help your Orisa, you simply come over here and then you do a backwards GA or like a directional GA off and then kind of like angelic descent over this platform. You coming over to here makes it very easy for this team just to be like, Mercy, and just walk onto you, you know? Especially if like the what's it called? The Orisa isn't going to like peel for you, you know? Which I expect in bronze, you don't get a lot of peel a lot. So what's it called? Literally, instead of like rotating around like how you did, like, just do that kind of like backwards and play back basically still, okay? We'll keep going. Lovely damage boost. Lovely damage boost. Just top up your soldier, please. I won't be topped up your soldier. No, okay. That's alright. He's been topped up now, so it's all good. Oh, you gotta pull it off, it's alright. It's hard out here. Oh. Lovely. What's it called? It'll get caught up with the flux a little bit, but it's fine. A place, because I know you want to like go over to this direction. GA up onto this high ground. This high ground is lovely to stay on, right? So literally what you can do is you can just like, obviously I know you're with your Pharah, you end up getting caught out with the flux a bit, that's fine. A way you can actually counter flux is you can cut LOS of the Sigma. If you manage to cut LOS with the Sigma with the flux, say for instance you go like over here, it can actually stop you from being in it, right? And then obviously you GA over to here to help your soldier. You can GA up into this high ground here. It is so strong, like such a strong high ground because there are very, very few characters that can get to you from this angle. And they'd have to go all the way back to like their spawn in order to come up these stairs, in which case you could pretty much hear them coming up and rotate away before you need to. So yeah, we want to help this soldier, just come and do it from this high ground here, because it'll be a lot like nicer on like your hands as well, because you have to like hold a gentle descent the entire time. Love this use of cover though. Baptiste is kind of like focusing you. Okay. I would say as soon as you see this soldier like run away from you, because I know you want to go and help him, which is like the correct thing to do and stuff like that, like going to go and help. As soon as you see that, he's like running away, just ignore him because you're not gonna be able to catch up to him. There's no point running to try and like go and heal him. Like, oh my gosh, I need to go and heal you. Like, no point. Just instead stay and heal your Pharah. All right. At this point, it's like a reset. Okay, if you ever get into a scenario like this where the majority of your team has died, like specifically like obviously your Orisa and your Pharah, just jump off the map or just go into the team and die. Because they're going to try and chase you down, or what's it called? Because obviously the robot's going to be coming down here, they want to be pushing that. They will basically come and get you, and you don't want to get yourself staggered, okay? So you have two options. You can either jump off the map, or you can quickly head down here. So we're gonna see what you do. Okay, we're going under. Oh, okay, so we get staggered. I think as though this is just kind of like map knowledge, right? Once you've kind of lost a lot of your team like that and you know it's going to be a reset, you want to, what's it called? You want to either just get out and just jump off the map and die here, or you can get out this way as well. You were so close to getting out this way. You could literally walk around here, come around here, and you can meet them here. Or another rotation you could have done, because obviously you end up coming this way. Instead of like forcing yourself to try and like come through these rooms, you can walk this way as well, okay? This is just like a bit of map knowledge from you. But that's fine. It's all good. We'll just hope that your team doesn't feed now. To be fair, you have a massive lead though, so it should be okay. Mitch, you gotta catwalk your way to escape. Sorry, I had to beat that one out because I thought that one was really funny. I don't normally like read stuff out from chat whenever I do these. But I had to, that was really funny. Right, we're playing far back. Cannot do anything about the window. Okay. Instead of GAing in, like you did, because obviously, so the Pharah dies and the Orisa dies to the window, that's fine. With a window, you never ever want to peek it, unless if you like have to. So you did the right thing of like playing out here with a soldier. Don't GA in though, right? Because if your soldier wants to keep fighting it, wants to keep going in, that's on him. And if he dies doing that, that's not on you, you know? You literally have to just get out, okay? Which is kind of like what you're doing now. So, obviously he wants like to try and get out. Lovely use of cover again. Here, this is like a Mercy tech that I don't know whether you know about. You can use what is called a wall bounce. Essentially, your soldier was here, right? You literally put your beam on in between him and the wall. You GA into the wall and you can like GA, like bounce on the wall and stuff like that. Well, but oh, okay. But yeah, you can. I think you used it in like a previous game that you showed me, Mitch. That's why I was like, I know you know about the wall bounce and stuff. That's fine. Lovely rotation out. Finding your cover, which is perfect. I like how you're doing like helping your Ana out here though. I'd Valk here. Oh, I would have Valked a little bit sooner, right? The reason is because I don't know how your Pharah died. I'm gonna be. Hold on, can I just quickly rewind? I just want to see how your Pharah died. So what? So we do end up getting out, which is great. We should have switched to a heal beam a little bit sooner. I feel like on the soldier. I don't know whether it would have saved him because he kind of just gets annihilated by like the bastion, but it's fine. We make a rotation, obviously, to go and help Ana. That is fine. That is all good. We love that. Helping her out. Right, how does this Pharah die? Okay, she dies 1v1 in the turret. That's on her, to be fair, because she kind of like dropped down and started shooting it. Right. But it's fine. I'm gonna see what you do now. I would Valk. A little bit too late. I would have Valked a bit sooner just to try and help the what's called the Ana. That's fine. We back out. We just need to keep the soldier alive and not stagger now because it's going to be like one last fight. Lovely use of cover. Lovely. Help your soldier, which is nice. Lovely click on that damage boost. That was lovely. You can't do anything to help your Orisa here. The reason is because I don't even know when if your Orisa died. Oh, okay. So she pushed in. Oh, she had ults. That's why. This is your Orisa's fault because your Orisa needs to, because you have all the space. Like you literally, this is the finish line. You can give up all this space. It doesn't matter, right? And your Orisa kind of throws it away by just walking forward. She should have just stayed here. As soon as it gets to like this kind of point, she just uses her like spinny javelin ult thing, right? You've done the right thing of like staying back and stuff like that. Obviously focus soldier because he had what's it called. You need to put your okay. Can't do anything for your soldier. Make sure your Pharah is fine before you go to res, right? Because it's not your, so you can't help with the soldier dying because he just hangs out in front of this like window for too long. Once you know your Pharah is safe, then go for this res if you can. But it's fine. We still have like what, like 3 of your lives, so it's okay. Nice. Loving your positioning right now around this rock. Oh, she just gets absolutely annihilated. I had to choose. Yeah, you did the right thing, Mitch. Of like, what's it called? So with the Farah, yeah. I did. So you both kind of like went out at like the same time. I would have just thought like maybe you would be able to get the Farah back, but it was like a windowed like bastion. So once again, they're just peeking it when they don't need to. Um, Overall, Mitch, I know it's like a really close match. It's really unfortunate that you lost it. I don't think you beat yourself up too much about it though, because you played extremely well in this match. Like I would say your positioning or like your like general like position like with cover and stuff like that is really really good. Like you know how to use that cover. It's so good. It's very like predominant. With your beams, although okay, you're not doing it on the right person so to say in some points, but your general like beam management is really good. Um I think one thing that we need to obviously focus on is I think we need to focus on your mechanics a little bit and learning how Mercy's mechanics work. Because I feel as though it'd help you a lot with kind of staying with the Farah, who's obviously going to be your main blue beam targets. So it can really help you with obviously staying with her, using those cancelled GAs and stuff like that. I feel as though that would have really helped. Your reses are really good as well. I really enjoyed your reses. Specifically that one with the Farah on the bridge. That one was such a good res, can I just say. I like that one was really good. I know you're like I shouldn't have resed her, but no, you did the right thing. It was just after the res. Some things we need to work on. We need to work on your general kind of knowledge of the game, which I know you're new to the game, which is like why I'm not going to beat you about it or anything like that. But it's just like little bits of game knowledge and like I felt as though like if you kind of know the maps a little bit better and you're a lot more confident with knowing how to play Mercy and stuff like that, it can help a lot with helping your team out a little bit more. Because there was like certain points where you should have been like with the Farah or you should have been like maybe damage boosting or helping someone else instead, and they just like weren't in like your peripherals or you weren't really like thinking about it. And I think that's just purely because you're like what's it called? You're still really new to the game basically. Which is why I'm not what's it called? I'm not beating you up about it or anything. Um, yeah, overall, Mitch, really strong VOD. And yes, I think I will go and tell the devs that you should get your up bronze. No kidding. No, honestly, you definitely deserve to be silver, Mitch, 100%. Like, with your beam management and your cover usage and stuff like that, I would say already, like, you're looking to be like a silver already. You just need to brush up on those Mercy mechanics a little bit. And obviously, just learning the game more. Like, I could say, looking at how you are already, if you were to really focus on mechanics and general stuff with Mercy, you could 100% be a really good Mercy Mitch, honestly. But yeah. But yeah, so that is going to be the end of the VOD, everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed if you've been on YouTube or you've been chilling out on Twitch. Once again, you can get your own VODs. So you have 5,000 channel points on my Twitch. I do them on Mondays only, but I do stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. No, not Sundays. Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Sorry. I'll be live on my Twitch, usually in like the evening time around in the UK. You're more than welcome to come and drop by, say hi, or like come and like talk to my amazing chat. Or even if you don't want to, come and look, of course. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all later. Bye.